Wait, which chair is mine?
That's you, dude. You're
this red one?
Honor.
Dude, I actually told my manager Stewie that I would have him here for this, but he's not here, so.
I was thinking about meeting up with him.
Really?
They're down. Cheers. Him and Steve were down at Him and Steve were down in IB. They went to Mike Hess, to the brewery right there. So I was like, I guess we could do it there, but I just didn't know how long you're gonna be. So I told me, I just do your thing.
Yeah.
Unless Steve's going to town or something.
Do that down there. Yeah, Stewie was like, I'm your manager, I get to go, and I was like,
whatever.
All right, dude, come on.
So, dude, I think this is the first season I ever played with you, right? Like the co-ed. Like I don't think we've ever been on a team before that I can remember.
Nah, dude. I mean, shit. I've been playing flag since 2010 when I got back from college. I don't think we played together.
Where'd you go to school at?
Small school called Grayson University.
Okay, where's that at?
Lamoni, Iowa. Home of Bruce Jenner.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a claim to fame right there.
Yeah, it is. Before he changed his name and they took his name off of like everything.
Really?
Yeah, it was a private Christian school.
Oh. So they just act like he didn't exist?
Well, I don't know. Well, the guy never donated money or nothing, so.
Okay.
He just kind of forgot us, even though he went to the Olympics from our school. So.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny, dude.
And the original Blue Power Ranger.
He went there?
Billy.
Really?
Yeah, he went to our school too.
Damn, dude, you guys are racking it up.
It's weird because I don't know. I don't know if you've ever been to Iowa. Probably not, right?
I've driven through.
Have you really? So the school, I'm from San Diego. I went there.
So you're born and raised here?
Born and raised here.
Okay.
Grew up all over.
Military brat or?
No, dude. My parents just split when I was young.
Okay.
So my mom was kind of a gypsy. Like, I guess
gypsy, like living out of the car, or just moving around the car,
moving all over the place. So I think that's the best way to put it. So we lived, Spring Valley, North Park, Mira Mesa, all over the place. My dad stayed in Mira Mesa the whole time, so that's how I went to high school in Mira Mesa because I didn't live with my dad like full time until high school, and I made that decision because like I want to play football because I played Pop Warner throughout Mira Mesa, the whole time. So did that, but I went out there to Iowa on a football scholarship, and bro, like, you want to talk about culture shock? This shit was crazy.
Like, yeah, that's exactly where I was gonna go to. Though. Like, what? Like, you're just a kid from San Diego. Like, it's pretty. It's not uniform, but wherever you go in San Diego, you know what to expect. You've seen different things, but it's but Iowa, that's a completely different world.
Dude, like 100%. So to give you an idea of this town, from San Diego, right? Like, I graduated from Alta Mira Mesa High School.
Okay.
I don't even know how many people we had in our class. Hundreds, maybe 1,000. I don't know.
Yeah.
I go to this small town in Iowa, and there is 1,200 people at the university, and about 2,000 in the entire town.
Damn.
So
it's strict like college town then, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think it was like 85% of the student body were athletes. So
really?
Kids from all over to play different sports.
Damn.
Yeah, which was cool.
No,
it was an experience. But like we had Amish people.
In the school?
No, not in the school.
I was like, no, they don't go to school.
Yeah, they wouldn't go to school. But in the town, there was Amish people. Cornfields. The house that me and my roommates lived in, we paid $125 each.
No way.
A month for rent. It was a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. We had cows next to us. It was crazy.
Was that like a tough adjustment for you, or was it just like, F it, man, I'm here to play football, it's whatever? Like, you didn't think about your living situation, it was just like, I'm here to do my thing.
Kind of not really. We had, so our recruiting coordinator was actually from San Diego.
Oh, okay.
His name was Adam Clark.
So did you guys have a bunch of people from San Diego and out there? Okay.
Both my roommates are from Mira Mesa.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, they both...
From your graduating class?
One was a year older. But, like my roommate, one of the guys the whole time before I moved off campus was from my graduating class.
Oh, nice.
And there's probably 6, 7 other guys from San Diego.
Yeah.
From all over the place. East
so that'd
Lake.
Be pretty nice.
Yeah, it was cool. The adjustment was a little bit easier because it was like, well, you know what we're going through, so.
Yeah. It's not like you're out there solo on an island with nobody.
This was like 2000. I graduated 2010, so 2006, 2010. You remember what was popular back then, right?
Yeah.
Like, so we had. You can tell who was from where. Like San Diego's like there's dudes wearing Vans and black socks. I swear to God, black socks. Black socks were like the dead giveaway that you're from San Diego.
Really?
We were wearing black socks. Like, oh, you're from San Diego? And we're like, Yeah, how do you know that? I don't know, you're wearing black socks.
What are you talking about, like black crew socks?
Or crew socks, Nike socks, like anything black. Like, I don't know, it's Iowa, bro. Like,
damn, I didn't know that was a thing. What was everybody else wearing? White?
There's people that wear, like,
ridiculous socks.
Fucking cross trainers and jeans and shit. I don't know. It's Iowa. Yeah, it's Iowa, man. Right. It's different.
They'd be ready to work at any given moment.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was an experience, though, man. Like, I don't regret going out there at all. I like to call it my 4-year prison sentence.
But you enjoyed your time, right? I mean,
yeah, of course. I mean, football was fun. That definitely made it easy to, like, focus on things, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
What do you do? Nothing. Like, I'm playing football. Like, that's all I was there for. I met my wife out there.
Oh, really?
Which is cool, yeah. Okay. She was playing soccer out there. She's from Canada, but she got a soccer scholarship to play soccer out there. So
that's awesome. She looks like a little soccer player.
Yeah. Apparently, I just found out she's going to be playing in Tough League this next season with Brandon. I don't know. Yeah, a whole different thing. So she's talking shit to me already. This was literally 30 minutes on my drive here. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, she was killing it last night, dude.
Yeah, she's all right, man. She's not. I hope. No, she's probably not going to listen to this. So I'll say she's all right, but I can't. I'm never going to tell her to her face that she's good.
You're a terrible... Dude, you guys are a funny couple. Like, so I've never played with you on the team before, but just seeing how you guys interact, like, with each other and then with other people, dude. Like, you have to be, like, the most sarcastically fun people I've ever met in my life.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a very sarcastic person. Yeah. She's a complete asshole.
Yeah.
I love Colleen to death.
In a great way.
In a great way. I love Colleen to death, but, man, she's an asshole. Like, people don't understand. Like, I remember D. Shout out to D. Podcast partner, apparently.
Oh, now. I know, yeah. She was like, dude, you gotta co-host this.
I remember one time she asked us, she's like, is like everything okay? Like, you guys are arguing, like, you do it. Like, Colleen and I will leave everything on the field, right? Like, but like, on the field, I'm sure you heard us. Like, I remember I told her, I was like, drop. She's like, well, I don't know, what do you mean drop? I was like, just fucking drop, right? So, like, we're cussing at each other, screaming at each other on the field, but when we get home or on the car ride home, we're fine.
Yeah.
It's just part of it.
Both of you guys are just competitors, I assume, right? I mean, both athletes at high levels. I mean,
it's the worst.
Can't even play board games at home.
Can't play board games, can't do anything. I don't know. It's been that way since day one, though. I mean, it's kind of going into our kids, too. Like, they're very competitive, too, so.
Yeah, you guys are breeding athletes. How'd you guys meet?
This is a good story. She's going to hate that I'm going to tell this story, by the way. So, this was 2007, I think.
So was your first year out there?
My first or second year out there. I'm not really sure. But Colleen and I, like, well, one, I was a square, dude. Like, I didn't start drinking until almost the end of my freshman year, sophomore year in college.
Was it just like, you were just football, or it was just like,
I was just football. We can get into this later, too, but I'm the oldest of 8.
Oh,
so, like, I was always very, like, need to set a good example. I need to do whatever.
That's cool, dude.
But anyways.
Kids, though?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can get into that, too. You want to get into that right now? Okay, let's go to the story how I met Colleen first. So, she was throwing a house party. So, just to give you an idea of our university we went to, football players and soccer players were never really allowed to, like, mingle. And I said not allowed to is because kind of like soccer guys kind of claim the soccer girls. Football players were assholes. Like,
yeah, like who football guys claim?
Everyone, or tried to at least, right? And I'll say
you're
that
right.
We were assholes. Like, I mean, I was an asshole too. Like, whatever. Like, we thought we were hot shit. One, our football team sucked, so I don't know
you're
why.
a college football player,
yeah,
right? Of course. It's
at a small school, we always thought like, oh, football brings in the most money. Like whatever. Yeah. It was I've been talking like. Very small town where the cops know your name. There's only 2 of them, right? Yeah. So it's like you can get away with everything. But we just thought we were hot shit, and so like we were never really involved with like soccer girls. Mm-hmm. And Colleen at the time, she's older than me. She was there a year before me. She was throwing a house party at her house on Halloween. We were there. A couple of my friends started arguing, which is funny because this guys on the football team arguing with each other. She kicked us out of her party. And I clearly remember her wearing a Wonder Woman costume.
I just imagine this tiny woman just kicking out these big football players like, "No, you guys gotta go."
No, she
with
was
all the power.
She was physically grabbing me and throwing me out of her house. Yeah, and I was like, "Oh shit, Wonder Woman! Like, what's up? Like, what's your name, right?" So she was like, I remember because it was not a normal Wonder. It was definitely a very skimpy Wonder Woman costume, right? So that's what I remember. She kicked us out of her house, like physically threw me out of her house. I didn't see her for 2 years after that.
Really?
In this small town of 1,200 people or whatever it was, I did not see her for 2 years.
That's crazy.
It's wild. One, I think it's because she never went to class. So I'll throw that out there.
Okay.
Two, like I said, we didn't really mingle with each other, right?
Yeah.
So it took one of my friends and one of her friends dating for us to like kind of hang out. She was very like standoffish with me. Like
made you work.
Yeah, well I think this...
Were you interested like initially?
Oh, 100%.
Well,
the problem was like I said, I was an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm like 100% admitting that because like, I mean I grew up, right? I thought I was a man. I was a 2-time All-American. I was on the, not that it matters, like little posters for the university. There's only 1,200 people. Like, who really sees the posters, right? Like, nobody.
No, but still, dude, that's awesome. Like, I could just imagine like how your ego felt. Like, in a good way.
Yeah,
like, I was like...
Exactly. Like I said, I was an asshole. Yeah. Like, I'll throw that out there. Anyway, yes, a little bit sometimes. So I thought I was a man, right? So our friends started dating, whatever. I think we're at my house even, like we're at a party or whatever, like just kick back. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, like, well, here's my number. Like, this is how I knew I was an asshole. I was like, hey, here's my number. Like, just text me or call me sometime, whatever. And she never did. Oh. Like, it was like 2 weeks later, and I was like, huh. Fuck. What is wrong with her? Like, did I do something wrong? Like, what's wrong? So I remember messaging her on like Facebook because I didn't have her number.
Okay.
And yeah, dude, she didn't even respond there. It took one of her friends saying like, well, why don't you just like hang out with Cam? So then like we kicked it off from there and kind of just started talking. So. Damn.
So what'd your guys' first date look like? Or like wasn't even a date? It was like, hey, we're gonna hang out.
We're in the middle of nowhere. I remember we played FIFA. Not even joking.
Oh, nice.
Talking about like really competitive, like whatever. Like I will compete in anything, like water drinking contests. She's the same way. So she was just like talking shit about like, oh, whatever with FIFA, like, because it's what we did in college, right? We made it a drinking game, and so we played, and like that was like the first time we really hung out alone together, and I remember because she ended up spending the night. Nothing happened.
Let's put that out there.
Yeah, nothing happened, unfortunately, and I woke up in the morning and she was gone.
Oh damn.
She didn't even like say bye or nothing, just left, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? Like, she doesn't like me, or like whatever. She doesn't hit me back. She doesn't tell me when she's leaving. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I think she just kind of played the hard to get game and ended up working out. And
that's awesome, dude.
We ended up clicking. So.
Damn. So you guys been together 10 years?
About 10 years. Yeah, we did things a little backwards, but 10 years. We graduated 2010. She was home for like that whole summer. Then she came out to San Diego from Canada.
What part of Canada is she from?
Toronto.
Okay. Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, so...
You've been out there, I'm assuming?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, we try to go like once a year.
How you like it? I've heard good things about the city.
I could easily live there.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's in the cards in the future, but...
Okay. All right.
I don't know, dude. It's too cold, though.
Like, man, it's freezing in the winter. Out there.
But, yeah, so she went out there. She came back. She ended up moving out here, going for a master's degree at Alliant University.
Okay.
She's going to be a teacher.
And this was because you guys were together? Or like, did she come in a reason? Okay.
Yeah, we were together. She was trying to figure out how she was going to get out here. And like, at the time, like a school visa was like easier.
Yeah.
So yeah, she came out here by accident. She got pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah, so this was 2000 and... like, began 2012, 2011.
Okay.
Let's just say we did things backwards. We had a kid. Makai was born 2012. He's 6 now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
September. Yeah, time flies, dude.
I trip out, dude. Like I never know how to phrase this question properly, to make it make sense. But it's just like I always ask people like younger parents that I know are just friends or family. It's like, dude, do you ever just like trip out? Like, dude, I made this. Like, I made this child. Like, I molded it from day one to however long for the rest of my life. Essentially,
it is the craziest feeling, especially because I know you've seen both of my kids. Yeah. Like, they are Like Makai is 100% me, and Oriana is 100% Colleen. Like personality, everything, right? Like Oriana is just like, no, don't touch me. I don't want nothing to do with you. Makai is like me. He jokes around. The kids,
everyone.
Hey, everyone, what's up? We want to play football? Cool. Stewie, as he says all the time. Like he loves Stewie, right? So like he walks around and like he makes these dumb faces, and I can't get mad at him because all I can see when I look at him is like,
it's you.
Like it's me. No wonder Colleen gets mad at me and gets mad at him. Even though we're doing like absolutely nothing, it's like, oh, I could see it. So
yeah, that's crazy. Dude. I've always been terrified to have kids, dude. Like I just feel like I'm way too for like right now. Like I feel like I'm way too selfish. Like just to be a good parent, to be a parent. Period. Like I don't know. Like I don't know if there's anything that switches like when you actually do have a kid, or is like I don't know the mindset changes or what.
Man, I'd say that's fine. Especially if you know that you're selfish and you want to do some things, that's fine. I can't tell you will never be ready for a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can say, oh yeah, I'm ready to have kids. When that kid comes, dude, your life changes, like, so fast. I remember when Colleen told me she was pregnant, like, she was freaking out. I kind of freaked out for a second, and then I was like, I was 24 at the time, so I was like, dude, we're adults. Yeah. Like, yes, of course, like, let's do this, right? But I think we made it clear that having a kid was not a reason to get married, right? Okay. So that's why we kind of did things backwards. We were just... Kid is part of it. Cool. Let's raise a kid. Let's just continue to live our life like normal. And we ended up getting married 2014. Yeah, our 5-year anniversary was a couple weeks ago.
That's awesome.
So we did. It was cool. Makai got to be our ring bearer. He was like in the middle of the wedding, like asking to be picked up and stuff. Like it was cool, man. It was a cool little ceremony.
No, that sounds amazing. Good for you guys, dude. Oh man, relationships are tough, dog. So I mean, it's just a testament to you guys. And like I said, like I don't know you guys at all, like on a personal level, but just from seeing that, from looking on the outside in, it seems like you guys have a good thing going. So I get excited when I see people's relationships work out, dude, just because I know it's so difficult, like to make things work, especially with kids. I mean, you have to pay bills, just everything that comes with life. Yeah,
it's not easy at all, but. Man, growing up, it was way worse, right? Like, you didn't have much, you made it work. So, I mean, we're going to make this work. Honestly, it's not as difficult as it seems on the outside, other than the fact that we have to just make sure that 2 of the mouths are fed and not being raised and becoming assholes, really, is what it comes down to.
But you make it sound easier than it is, I imagine.
Yeah.
What were you guys doing like before? Okay, like before she tells you like she's pregnant. Like what you guys were out of school? I don't know if you were working or like what were you concentrating on, both of you?
Yeah, so she was, like I said, she was going to school for her master's.
So she was already out here.
She was already out here at the time. Yeah, so she was going to school for her master's in education. I think she eventually wants to go back and finish it.
Yeah,
she's about halfway done. But I was working at Ashford University.
Recruiting?
Yeah, pretty much. I was in the admissions department.
Yeah.
So I worked there for almost 6 years, dude, and I was trying to get the fuck out of there for so long. I just had the worst time.
Something different, or just didn't enjoy it?
It wasn't a good environment, dude. Like I was making 300 calls a week. There's people monitoring like my phone calls. Hey, what are you doing? You haven't picked up the phone in 10 minutes. It was rough, right? I went to college and I was like,
what did you study?
Business.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was like, I went to college and I was like, what? Here, like I'm just dealing with this stuff, and I'm in a call center, and I'm getting yelled at about my connect time because I'm not talking on the phone enough, and it was a shit show. And every time I wanted to leave, like my timing was horrible. First time I want to leave, okay, cool, I'm pregnant. Well, shit, okay, I guess we want to leave.
Yeah.
And then I got my master's through there, which was cool, probably the best benefit out of it. But then every time I want to leave, there's always something else that came up. I'm pregnant again when Oriana was born. She's 3 now.
Just bought a car. We just got a house.
Yeah, she got a car, got a house. Yeah. There's just so much stuff that came up. And then, so it's kind of a shit show while I was there, but we made it work. I'm at the job I'm at now. It's cool. We both switched jobs on the same exact day.
Really?
So, like, very big leap of faith, yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Especially with 2 kids. But we were just like, fuck it, let's make it work. So...
Were you guys just that done with other jobs, or just like such a good opportunity? Where like,
it was good opportunities. Well, obviously to make more money.
Yeah.
But just more so, we weren't happy at the time with work, right? And it was just like, let's just fucking do it.
And that strains the rest of your life, dude. I mean, that stresses your relationship, how you treat each other, your kids. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it ended up working out. Yeah. Thankfully, but it was a scary time. That was probably like 2 years ago, actually, but. We made it work.
Was there any time where you guys were both unemployed, or one was unemployed, or you just kind of like switched from job to job?
Just job to job.
That's
like
smart.
we took no time off. It was like
really smart.
literally I worked up until that Friday. Started the new job on Monday.
Really?
Yeah. It's like I said, that's the thing with kids, right? It's like I can't take.
No, you
I can't go a week without a paycheck. So
Yeah.
it's just like, well, fuck, like
they're not gonna
paying all
eat.
stuff. Yeah, like we got to make sure they're taken care of. So.
Yeah. Just getting business done. Dude, let's go back to freaking 8 brothers and sisters.
Oh,
Are you the
this
oldest?
story. I'm the oldest.
Okay.
So I'm 31. Long story. So.
Where are your parents from?
They're both from San Diego.
Okay.
Actually. They both went to Sweetwater.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, Sweetwater High School,
South
man.
Bay kids. That's what I'm talking about.
100% South. They're South Bay kids, dude. Sweetwater High School. Class of '85.
Yeah, represent.
I remember because my dad never lets me live it down. They went undefeated both seasons as junior senior
really?
football, and they beat Mira Mesa in the CIF championship.
Oh,
so like, that's
damn,
why
you're never
he
gonna let
always
that down.
talked about that shit. I was like, dude, but you live in Mary. You're the one that made me go here, so like, don't touch it.
Trying to get you out the hood.
Yeah. So this is '85. They had me when they were really young. They weren't high school sweethearts. I mean, they knew each other in high school. They got together after. I think they were 19 when they had me.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, really young. So I grew up all over, dude. Like South Bay. We lived in Southeast. Lived in Skyline for a bit. Like I said, Spring Valley. Like it was literally just anywhere, A to Z. But there's 3 of us with my mom and dad. They split when I was 5.
Okay.
My mom was pregnant with my youngest, or one at the time, my youngest brother. My sister, brother, and then my dad remarried. He's on his 3rd marriage now. So he remarried twice. My mom hasn't. But as my dad has remarried, the family has kept growing, right? So I have a Jasmine she's 29. I have a 30. My stepsister Sam, Jasmine 29. My brother Jai is 24. My brother Keikoa is 19. And then I have a brother that is 6. It's Clayton. I have another brother that is 4, and then that's like 3 months.
Oh my god.
So I have my son Micaiah is older than
Yeah.
all 3 of his 2 uncles and his aunt. So.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean he just keeps going, right? It's a funny story, dude. Like my dad's wife right now is 2 years older than my wife, I think. So Colleen's 32, so I think she's 34, 35, something like that. So
I love this.
My dad just keeps going, man. Dad, I love you, but
you got them player genes in you. That's what it sounds like.
Oh man, it's way too much information. But we were talking about him, and he.
Wait, how old is your pops now? No, think about it.
How old is he?
Yeah, he's what?
They're 52. My mom and dad are both 52.
Okay, yeah.
So they're
still young.
They're still young, dude. Yeah. Except my dad just kept restarting the clock, raising kids, right? Like, hey, I'm gonna retire. I was like, good luck, bro. Like, no, you're not. You have 4 grandkids and 3 other kids that you have for 18 more years, right? So, whatever. As he would say, the reverse vasectomy worked. That's what he'll say. So, he's a very inappropriate person. But
I like this guy. Shake his hand.
Yeah, he's a character, man.
How are you guys all? Is your family pretty close? I mean, obviously it's like whole different things going on, but like as a general, are you guys pretty close to your dad, mom, brothers, sisters?
Yeah, we're all pretty close. I'd say siblings are definitely closer than. I mean, everyone has their own different type of relationship with my parents, right? But the one thing that's remained constant with all this change, my dad remarrying, my mom moving all the time, going through all the stuff, job changes, whatever, has always been the siblings. So, that's definitely, I think, where everyone's the closest, right? Like, we all went through the same shit.
Yeah.
So, who else can we relate to besides ourselves, right? Like, we all grew up in broken households, we all struggled the same, so it's easier to stay close to our siblings, and it's like, my dad's raising his own family now, more power to him, like, he has to be there for those kids. My mom is 52, she's still young, she's like living her own life, like, do your thing. So it's like, I have my own kids, but at the end of the day, all the siblings are still pretty close with each other.
That's cool,
so.
dude. And it sounds like a tough, like you said, like kind of broken situation, just like a tough thing to experience. Like, I don't know, like the specifics, but But it also sounds like you have like a crazy positive attitude about it. You're very understanding, but like compassionate or empathetic. Like, dude, like I understand. Like I'm an adult. Like people have their things, and just life goes.
Dude, I get that from my mom, right? I mean, she's always been that way.
Positivity.
Positivity. Okay. My mom was like a huge like hippie.
Yeah.
For a long, my mom was actually Rasta for a really long time. So
really?
My mom is. I'm a huge mutt, but my mom is. She's Haitian. One wants to think why she's all this like crazy spiritual shit, right?
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. She's a Haitian, white, and East Indian.
Oh, really?
Right, so like my mom was like super, like at one point was even Rasta, like dreads, very like, she's always been very spiritual and like things will work themselves out.
We're
like
talking
don't
East
worry
Indian,
about
like
yeah,
like in the country of India, like
yeah,
Bangladesh
country, yeah, like India,
okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Like very spiritual.
Okay.
I wouldn't say she's religious at all by any means, but like very spiritual,
gotcha.
Believes in like whatever, and like that's kind of like I spent most of my time growing up with her.
Okay.
Aside from like going to football practice with my dad.
Yeah.
Like that was her. My dad, on the other hand, which is fucking wild when I think about how opposite they are. My dad's a cop here in San Diego.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, conservative.
Yeah,
big Donald Trump supporter.
Straight edge.
It's wild, bro. Like when I think about my family, right? So, I mean, that's a whole nother story. Again, arguments with him about that stuff, but it's just weird. I've taken on a lot of the personality of my mom.
Yeah.
More so than my dad, I would say. I'm thankful for it. It drives Colleen crazy. Like, she fucking hates it because she'll ask about whatever situation she'll be stressing out, and I'll just be like,
"It's fine. We'll figure it out.
We'll be alright. Like, don't worry about it." She hates that shit, but that's just me, man.
You know who's like that too? Freaking Kenny M.
Yeah.
He's like the wife's like the more the stressor, and Kenny's like, "Do whatever. We'll figure it out. Like, we have to pay this, and that."
See,
Kenny's like, "Whatever,
yeah.
Man. Kenny's a cool cat."
See, yeah, my wife Colleen fucking hates that. Bills, house being a mess. What's the plan for today?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. She hates it.
Does she drop an itinerary whenever you guys go on a trip or anything?
Yeah, she gets that from her dad though.
Okay.
Her dad is very like, boom, 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 and I get it, but it's just I'm just complete opposite. But I think that's probably why we work out so well.
No, 100%. Like it is like a classic trope, but it is like opposites attract. You like there's two extremes a lot of the times that just make like a relationship whole or make things able to work.
Yeah.
Because if both of you guys are dicking around and couldn't care less,
yeah,
things
you need that balance.
Yeah,
I can imagine dicking around with two kids. It'd be a bad idea.
You didn't take them to school.
Yeah,
you didn't take them to school.
Exactly.
Damn, dude. Yeah, it's freaking. I just can't imagine like having that many like family members. Do you guys always have like birthday parties, family parties, or it's just kind of like everybody's doing their own thing? Like saying.
Yeah, no. I mean, we get together and that stuff. It's kind of weird, right? Like, I remember growing up, it was always legit had like 3-4 Christmases.
Yeah,
So it was like we're going to this side of the family, this side, but then we got to go here. Excuse me, my first stepmom though, we're still pretty close. Like
oh really?
Like she's still like watches our kids and like very involved. So it's like, kind of weird because like although my dad went through these relationships and like people were all over, everyone's still involved and still plays a part. So
that's awesome.
That's cool, but like you said, it's just kind of weird because it's like there's so much involved with all this different stuff.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, just deal with it, man. It's like, oh well,
that's
part of it. Yeah.
But I love
it worked out. We found ways, dude. Like it always wasn't easy because, growing up and having split parents, a lot of other kids didn't understand. It was like Monday, Tuesday I'm with my dad, Thursday, Friday with my mom, then every other weekend, and all this. It was just a weird time, man. But we made it.
And you just kind of get used to it. And I was like, oh, this.
It was just life.
This is life.
Yeah.
What are some things, I guess, like good or bad, or anything you think of, like out of like the way that you've seen or how your parents raised you, your mom or your dad, or how they raised your siblings, that you think like you either are trying to implement to your kids or trying to avoid? I guess there's a lot in that question.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying to think. So,
like you said, maybe the optimism for your mom.
100% the optimism. I think that's. I mean, it's gotten me through so much shit, right? Like always believing that whatever happens, it's gonna work out, right? Money-wise, situation-wise, job-wise, health-wise, like whatever. Like, it'll be fine.
Where do you go to like mentally when you think that? Is it like well, what's worst case?
I didn't even play middle linebacker in high school at all.
Oh really?
Yeah, so I played like they called it a panther. I was like a hybrid, so I would go end or I would drop. Yeah. I'd rush off the edge.
You got 1,000 sacks.
Not even. Our team was so stacked, dude. Like we were good.
Yeah, you were that Mira Mesa, that Mira Mesa team, huh?
Yeah, that 05, 06 season. I think we were. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. I think we were like 6th in the state. Our only loss up until playoffs was to Long Beach Poly when they came down, which was we can talk about that. Was a crazy ass
playing
game.
Grown men.
Yeah, dude, it was so dumb. But yeah, I played middle linebacker in college. Just kind of picked it up. Like I was way bigger than I don't know. When I first got back and I started playing flag, I was still big. Like I played middle linebacker at like 245, 250.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
what
like
are you right now?
220 right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
And you must have been freaking just solid.
Bro,
all you're doing is football.
Dude, I had no neck. I was just like, just a mass, like right, like just like a big boulder walking around. Like my entire like job was, hey, fill the gap. Fill the gap.
Yeah.
Oh, guards pulling, shoot the gap. Like you feel it, right? Like that was my thing. So, thank God I slimmed down. There's no reason for me to carry that weight. But yeah, man, middle linebacker. That's I love it. There's so much to it, right? I think a lot of people don't realize that.
No, you gotta be smart.
It's all about being smart. So you're honestly just a quarterback of the defense.
Yep, 100%. You gotta put yourself in the right position, and half the time you're not there to make the tackle. Exactly. You're just, like you said, you're filling the gap. You're helping someone else do their job.
That's probably why I have CTE. And
yeah.
just brewing right now in his head. So
I talked about that with homegirl that I did a couple weeks ago up in LA, like about the CTE stuff. But like with your kids, like Makai, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with him playing football, like I don't know if like you push him, are you scared about that? Like just knowing like the research or even like the things that you went through, or is it just something like FML? Like it's just like you'll be fine.
Dude,
I don't know if something you think about.
I think there's still so much more research that needs to be done, right? Okay. And like I said, a lot of this just me being an optimist. Like I love the sport of football.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think that I have any ill effects of 17 years straight of tackle football.
Yeah.
Right? That's a fucking long time.
No, 100%.
I think I called it quits at the right time.
Okay.
I finished. I got calls from some arena teams. Some other guys were like, "Hey, let's go try out for CFL. Oh, really? Let's do this." And I was just like, "Nah, like I'm done, bro. Like it's not fun anymore. My body hurts. My body hurts way more now than it did like then at 22 when I was done. You know, everything starts hurting a little bit. But I think I've had. The only thing that scares me about this is that they don't have. There's no way to tell if you really have a concussion. Yeah. I'm saying, like, wait, I've had two documented concussions. Yeah. But
where you like knock out, or you're just
one
like
where I just completely forgot everything, dude. Yeah. I had one in high school. I remember getting hit. Well, like making a tackle. I don't even remember honestly, but I remember them asking me who the president was, and I was like George Washington, and they were like, like whatever. And I laughed it off like I was joking. Yeah. So I can go play. Yeah. I really didn't fucking remember, and I got to play. This was back in 2005, so it's different. Yeah. I remember same in like 2008, my sophomore year, or maybe it was 2007, sophomore year, in college. I remember getting an interception. It was homecoming because my girlfriend at the time was there and my dad was there. I got an interception. This was like in the first or second quarter. I got hit by a wide receiver. Like he just hit me, like my neck went wrong. Next thing I remember, I'm on the bench with my arms up. Fourth quarter, game's over. I don't remember anything. And then they're like, oh shit. I ended up having like 15 tackles, an interception, and like a sack that game.
You're lying.
I swear to God. And then I was just like, what the fuck just happened? I literally blacked out from like first quarter to the end of the game.
Did that scare you? Or I was just like, man,
I was terrified. And I remember telling the trainer, like, yo, like, I think something's wrong. I don't remember anything. And they're like, oh, you're fine. Just don't go to sleep right away and you'll be okay. Right? I mean, it's so early. This is before like concussion came out, like all this other stuff. So I think that the game is getting safer.
100%.
Hopefully by the time, like Makai's still playing flag. Yeah. He's playing for the Balboa Raiders. Okay. I hope that if it's something he wants to do, then please play. Well, I'll definitely educate him on like, yo, like this is how you tackle. Yeah. If I see any coaches that aren't doing things the right way, like I'll fucking snatch him out like real quick. Yeah. Because I think that's where the biggest disconnect is that I remember when I was a kid, dude, they used to grab us and hit us together. Like, what the fuck are you doing, right? And then they would line us up 25 yards apart and just like, go.
Yeah.
And you had to hit each other.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not, like, now looking back on it, I was like, well, of course, like, there's CTE. Like, you guys fucking just had us hit each other for no reason. I think the game is way safer than it used to be. Hopefully there's some studies that, you know, show things. I mean, at the end of the day, if he wants to play, he can play.
Yeah.
Honestly, I hope that he just is a fucking nerd and develops the next Facebook or something, right? Like, and make us all money and, like, we can all live off of that. And, but, I mean, if he wants to play, then he can.
Yeah, I just, I never know, like, for people, especially like you, who've been so thick in the football game, like, if it's something like you wanted to push your kids into or, like, just completely pull them out, because it could go either way. But you're just kind of let him make his own decisions.
Yeah, make your own decisions, man. That's whatever makes you happy, right? Life is short, dude. Right?
God damn, preach it, dude.
Life is short. The shit that I've seen, people that, you know, I've lost, like, dude, there's nothing guaranteed. For me, like, my one getaway growing up was football.
Yeah.
All the bullshit that I went through, like, aside from my siblings being the same, it was like, well, I have football practice. I'm able to go legally just hit people as hard as I can and then feel good about it. And then guess what? I get to go to school the next day and that's it. Right? Like, my getaway ended up being the thing that got me to college.
Yeah.
Got me a degree. Thing that led to me meeting my wife and ultimately led to me having these kids. So,
that's awesome.
Like, football is like my saving grace for everything. So
that's cool, dude. That's cool to hear.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still fucking playing flag right now.
I love
31.
it.
Ready to retire though.
So we always say, I tell people, it's like, I don't see myself like stop playing, like, unless I get like a serious injury. Like, besides that, like, I don't see myself.
I didn't have anything else besides a concussion. I tore my PCL playing flag football.
Really?
It was 2012. I had no like surgeries, anything of all the years I played football until flag football. I just fell wrong, and I was just like, what the fuck? I can't sprint anymore.
Yeah.
PCL meniscus torn, and I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like, why am I playing this game right now? But I'm still here, so.
It's so much fun, dude. I like asking everyone about this, but like, what keeps you out there? Like, after playing, like, say you've been playing football for, what, 17 years you said, or something like that?
Well, shit, more now, yeah. Prior to even flag, 17 years. So that was 17 years up until I was 22, and then add another 9, 10.
Let's say 25 years.
Yeah, 25 years. Football.
Like, what keeps you even playing flag? Like, why are you even out there on Tuesdays? Why were you out there yesterday?
I don't know. It's fun. I like competition. Like I said, like, any competition's fun. I mean, now I get to play with my wife. Like, she got into it.
That's awesome.
Which is cool, even though we fucking argue, like, butt heads the entire time on the field.
Did she just start playing, like, recently, or, like, when?
Within the last, like, year.
Really?
I mean, she played co-ed, like, sparingly.
Okay.
But, like, now she's, like, really into it. Like, she plays on, like, the SD Blitz, like, the tournaments and all
How'd
that
that
shit.
happen? She was just like, oh, I'm gonna go out there. Or did you tell her?
I didn't tell her anything, man. It was, like, like, she played co-ed, like, a couple years ago. Then she kind of felt like she plays soccer, like, 3-4 nights a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's, like,
Water Tower? Or where'd she play?
she did play Water Tower, but she plays Santee now.
Okay.
Santee, she plays in, like, Bobby co-ed.
That's cool.
And the women's league, I don't know.
Surprised you ain't out there.
Soccer? Come on, bro.
No,
terrible. That's terrible. She's like, she gives me a hard time because I'm always like, I can go out there and run and play defense. She was like, no, like, you wouldn't. And I'm like, you're right. No, man, but it'd be bad if I was out there. But she plays soccer still, but she had like played with D. Like, this is like years ago. We had a co-ed team, so just all the mutual friends, right? Turtle, all those guys. Turtle took up the coaching on SD Blitz and stuff, and they're like, "Call, do you want to play?" And she's out there now, right? So she's all about it. Like,
that's cool, dude.
I don't want to say she likes it more than soccer, but she's really involved. So
that's awesome. No, it's so much fun, dude. I mean, like anything, any given subculture, anything you get involved with, like you just end up getting. A lot of people end up getting like balls deep, and it's the usual thing that people tell me is just like it's the relationships you build, like with the people, the friends. I mean, like how many of your closest friends right now are like from the like football world or football world, like just in general?
I mean, most of them, like all the dudes on Goblins, like we legit went to high school together.
That's crazy,
right? Turtle, Jeremy Scott. I'm trying to think of Corey. I mean, and then we have guys that are just like off of that. We had more people, right? Like Jordan, Stewie, like all these guys, and we've been playing together for shit, almost 10 years.
That's nuts.
But yeah, man, I don't know. We've been at it for a long fucking time.
You guys still winning.
Still winning. Now we're split up though for this next season, right? So
we'll see how that goes.
It'll be fun, man. Like, in all honesty, it got boring.
I was talking to Sue about this yesterday, dude. Like after you get so used to winning so much, like how what, like it's not even like fun anymore. The same thing happened with with Brandon and all that. It was like when you win so many times, it's like God, like what's the motivating factor to keep coming?
You have to do something new, right?
Yeah.
And we were trying to tell Charlie, like, don't take it personal, bro. Like,
yeah.
And I know he does because he takes a lot of pride in like I built YN, Goblins. This is my franchise. I'm the best GM. These are all my friends. At the end of the day, we're all competitors, though, right? And it's just like, sure. Guess what? If Tough actually does do this thing where they bring the teams from New York, teams from St. Louis, like whatever, it's a turn. Like, cool. Let's put Goblins back together.
Is that their goal? Or
I have no idea. That's what I've been told, right?
That'd be dope.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then, but they're not doing that anytime soon. Like we haven't heard anything about it, so it's like, let's just have some fun. Like we're legit going out there, playing with 5 people,
that
and
was crazy,
still winning championships. Like we're still winning championships with 5 people.
Corey playing middle.
Yeah, Corey has no business playing middle. Corey's playing middle. Dude, we have to switch things up.
Yeah.
Like, let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Stewie and I go to Perico's. We have Skis, who's probably going to play in North County. He lives up there. Like, it's easier.
Yeah. It was like Travis this season. Huh?
Yeah, Travis did. Travis left.
Yeah.
And they're going to come back. They're going to reload.
Yeah, these are boys.
Let me see this real quick. Sorry.
No, do your thing. And if you have to go anytime, just let me know. I mean, no worries. Damn, what was I going to say? Let's talk about the freaking the AFFL experience, dude. Like, what was that like? Like initially, like how'd you end up playing with Brown and that, and like what was the trip like to going out to New York and that whole experience?
Yeah, it's weird. I was bugging them like the year prior. I was like, y'all need a middle. Like I used to just pester them, right? Like knowing that they had a roster, like whatever. It was the first time AFFL was there, and they were very like, this is our team, we're gonna be fine. So I used to give them a hard time, and I was like, dude, I can do that.
Yeah.
Like, I played linebacker in college, but I mean, I've kind of been pigeonholed in flag football as a rush, right? Because oh, rush, like you're good at it, keep rushing, and that's why I don't mind it, because like I'll rush in like these big games where like, okay, we need a sack, we need pressure, like I'll do it because it's for the betterment of the team, but I fucking hate it, dude. Like I hate rushing so much, especially when I have to like AFFL rushing was fine, no one could touch me.
Yeah,
I wasn't blocked, I was just chasing something.
Yeah.
When I have to like go against other dudes and they're like hitting me and then I'm sore in the morning, like I fucking hate rushing. He's such an aggressive dude.
Oh man, he's freaking 300 pounds of just muscle, and just thick.
Him, Joey is a fucking baller. I know a lot of people don't. I think Joey's underrated. Stu, like especially when they're here, like Russian J Stu is the dumbest thing in the world. There's like our big ass bodies just collide in every play, and I'm like, chances of me getting Brandon are slim, but I'm gonna keep him from like releasing. It's dumb, whatever. But yeah, so I was bugging them for the entire AFFL season. Like,
last year.
Yeah, last year. Oh yeah, if y'all had a middle, like, just like saying dumbass comments, like whatever, because we all play 8-man together too. So I was like, I was just throwing dumb comments in there and like just taking shots at them. And Turtle got involved as a coach. I think that he probably helped out a lot of that. Like, yo, you guys should pick up Cam. But I think that we reloaded like really well, like, as far as like the roster.
Yeah, the team was dirty.
Picked up people to do specific things.
It's funny that you guys picked up freaking Mo, dude, Williams.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I didn't know they knew who Mo was, but no, he's a baller. I love Mo.
Mo's so fucking good.
He's just a cool cat.
You're talking about underrated people. He's one of the most underrated flag football players in San Diego.
Yeah.
And he's cool as hell. Like,
right? He ain't never say a word.
He was always quiet on the field, so I was like, oh, Mo, whatever.
Yeah.
Until like Irvine in New Jersey, like I was like, fucking Mo is cool as fuck. Like just sitting there having a drink with him, whatever. He's cool. But we picked up people to do specific things. It worked out, especially Irvine. 6-0, dude, and then from
How
there.
fun was that? Like just that whole weekend.
Fun. It was One, I was sunburnt to hell. Like I was hurting so bad. Dude, I still have a fucking like tan. So I was like, I'll be fine. Like, cause I had I'm wearing a polo now because I was golfing at the time a lot, and like I was wearing a polo, so I had a stupid like farm tan. And I was like, I'm going to wear on purpose like the sleeveless shirt, get rid of this tan. But then it ended up just backfiring on me, and like I like was burnt and peeled for like 2 weeks. I didn't put sunscreen on because I was like, it's not gonna be bad. But then because it was raining, it was like pouring. I was like, oh, the sun's not coming out. And then next thing it was like 85 degrees, and I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, man, it was fun. I mean, Irvine was cool. We were the underdog for every fucking game that we played.
In Irvine, you think?
Irvine.
Or just the whole thing in general?
Irvine maybe in the championship. Phoenix Fire, I think people picked them over us, but especially when we went to New Jersey, right?
Were you really? Do you think that was just, they looked at you and like, is this because they made it so far last year, like, you would think they'd be
shit, we got ranked 10, right? Like, we were
that was 10. Crazy.
We were like, what the fuck are we 10?
Yeah.
You finish top 8, and then you're going to put someone at 10, you're going to put these other teams. Like, the teams we played, dude, Fort Worth Rams, like, they were not a 15 seed. They beat Super Flag, who was number 2.
Really?
Yeah. And, like, Fort Worth Rams were, like, probably, like, flag football-wise, the most athletic dudes.
That's what I heard you guys saying.
Like, we're like, what the fuck? It was like,
stupid fast?
Bro, it was dumb. It was like a bunch of Maliks on their team. Like, legit, everyone. And I was just like, the fuck? Quarterback was 48 years old, but could still run, could still throw. And then they had just receivers and DBs that could, just run.
How'd you guys beat them? Or, like, I don't know if there was a certain strategy you guys took, or you just played
we shut them down. I mean, Mo had that interception at the very end, but we just scored when we had to. Brandon, that quarterback, man, is very cerebral. You're just like, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is what's going to work. I found the biggest takeaway that I have from AFFL is these teams are fucking athletic as hell. Texas and Florida. Yeah. We play a completely different type of flag football here.
Really?
Yeah, we play zone. We play a little bit smarter. We do things. They're just straight up jig ball, bro. Like, fuck it, let's go. We're gonna play man. Stars. We're gonna play man this whole game, and you're just like, that's just not gonna work, but it does because they have crazy athletes.
Athleticism to do it,
dude. I don't know. After watching the Fighting Cancer and the pros game live, Kevin and I went and like watched it that Sunday. Like, I have never seen like that level of athleticism on the flag football field.
Really?
It was so dumb. Hoosh might be the fastest man on the planet. I was just like, fuck, dude. If I had to rush, like, we'd be screwed. I'd take my I'm not.
He's just gonna run around me.
No, I'm not getting there. Yeah. Like, there's no way. I was just like, we can't. Without like a crazy strategy and without maybe tooling up a little bit more and like. This is
playing the perfect game.
Yeah, playing the perfect game. Like, how are we gonna beat these guys?
Yeah.
These guys, like, this is like legit their job. Like, these dudes travel to every fucking tournament.
Yeah, man.
They made over $100,000 last year playing flag football.
That's crazy.
Right? Like, we all went to work.
Yeah.
And then guess what? I was like, hey, Saturday gonna work for everyone? Nah, okay, cool. Let's 2 Saturdays from now, put it on the calendar. We're gonna get together and practice once before a tournament. So it's just a different world, right? Like, people are right when they say they take it more serious out there because they play 5-6 days a week.
Yeah, man. It's straight up. And I mean, those the 4-man, 5-man tournaments, like, they have big payouts. They're usually getting 10 racks a tournament.
They do. I just hate that it's no contact, though. It's just kind of whack. But
the game's just straight speed.
It's just straight speed. And it's fine. But I don't know, man. Like, we have to have more tournaments here like that. I think that maybe 5 years ago, we used to have, like, cash tournaments, all these other things that we would play in, and that kind of just fell off. So if that's something that picks up here in California again, I don't know if AFFL is going to be around next year. Yeah, they say it is, but I mean, I feel like they're hemorrhaging money.
How'd that all go down? Like, I know, I just got a random message from Stewie, like, or a screenshot, like, whatever Derry sent you guys or whoever, like, the email. Was that just, like, out of nowhere, or was it, like...
Completely out of nowhere.
Really?
At least as far as I know. For me, it was out of nowhere. Okay. It went from $1 million to $200,000.
So up until Irvine, it was, like, everything's going as planned, $1 million bucks, whatever, okay.
I think it had something to do with just sponsors.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever, it happens.
Like, how profitable is...
like, how much money are they really making by giving away... I mean, you gotta think of it this way. They're not just giving away $1 million to the winner. No, last year, think of the money that these teams made. What, Church's money, they played 2 games and made $10,000. Mm-hmm. or maybe more than that, for 2 games.
That's crazy.
And then all of a sudden they're traveling every weekend. It wasn't like, oh, we're going to do everything how they did this year. It was like, everything's happening in New Jersey. Pittsburgh. Going to Jersey. You're going to Atlanta. You're going to Houston. Like, right? Like, every weekend they flew these teams out. They're paying teams out every weekend. They win. Like, it was too much. And I get that they were trying to generate some excitement, but it just didn't. I don't know. Like I said, I don't see the books. I just don't understand how they could be making money off of all this.
No, but it was a good thought.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
And it was a good way to get, like national recognition for flag and also bring the best from all over.
Yeah.
But, yeah, at the end of the day, it's an experience, man. It was good.
I was going to ask about the experience. Like, what was, how'd you like just hanging out with everyone, like, off the field? Like, some people that you've never really even talked to, like, really?
Yeah.
Like, spent, like, the whole weekend with them. You got there... It was weird for you, right? Because you were at a bachelor party or
at a wedding.
At a wedding.
So my cousin's wedding. I was in the wedding on the Friday, so I felt bad because literally before we walked out there and like did the ceremony, I'm like sitting in the back, like on my phone, watching the game, watching us go down 15-0 to Mean Machine, and I'm like, what the fuck are these guys doing?
I'll put a timeout on that. At my wedding, we got married like down south in like Cabo area, San Lucas area. And my wedding at the reception, like where people were partying and dancing, like my college team, I was playing college in TJ. Mm-hmm. We were in playoffs, so I was like in the middle of my wedding and like the lobby, I looking like, all right, like what's the score? Like how we doing? So, I feel you, man. I feel you, man.
So I was just like sitting there and we're down 15-0. I was like, we're really gonna lose the Mean Machine? Like these fools are trash. They don't have athletes. They got this old ass quarterback.
Like sheriff.
Yeah, the sheriff. Like, bro, like handle business. What are y'all doing? Like if I was there rushing, like all that shit goes through your head. Like
they were down 15-0.
15-0.
Oh damn.
I was just like, whatever. Like it's gonna be bad. And I had to turn my phone off because I was in the wedding. And then literally, I'm like sitting in the wedding. And I'm like looking. I don't think Colleen is looking at the score, but all I could think of was like, just tell me what the score is. Like, I was like looking at her and everything.
Oh, because she was
in the wedding, but she was sitting down. But then, like, as soon as the wedding was over, I looked and I saw we won 43-41 or something. And I was like,
damn,
what happened? But I legit booked a flight. Didn't know if I was gonna have to cancel it or reschedule or whatever. I was like,
so you already had it booked before?
I had it booked.
Okay.
I had it booked beforehand, and I was like, I didn't even. At the time, I didn't tell my cousin that, hey, I might be leaving. Because I was like, if we don't leave, I'm not gonna tell him.
So was the flight at that same night, or was it the morning?
Same night.
Damn.
The flight was at 9 p.m. And the wedding was at 1:30, the ceremony. And I was like, I'm just not gonna tell my cousin.
You're a real one. Where's the wedding at?
Down. It was in PB at one of the churches down there. But then the ceremony was at Tom Hand's Lighthouse. Downtown.
Okay.
Right off the pier. So.
Okay. Gotcha.
We were down there, and I was like, we went in, and we won. And I was like, okay, fuck, I gotta tell him. I hope
hey, cuz, listen.
I hope he's cool with this. Like, I hope he doesn't like freak out. I packed a bag, packed all my stuff. I had my tuxedo rental bag. I had left all that with Colleen. I was like, put it in the car when you come, just in case. So all that stuff was packed, and then I was just like, fuck, all right, I gotta tell him. And he was just super supportive. He was like, dude, you stayed here and like missed that out for a wedding. Like, I love you. Like, thank you for that, right? So then I just got on a red eye, dude. I left from there straight to the airport, changed, got in at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Straight to the field?
No, because our first game was at 12.
Okay.
Something.
Okay.
I got there at like 5. Got to the hotel at 6. They didn't even let me check in. I didn't have an early check-in. So they fucking.
So you're chilling in the lobby?
I was chilling in the lobby, and I was like, "Fuck!" They're like, "You can come back at 8:30 when our manager's here. My manager's here. There might be a room ready." I was like, "Fuck." So me like trying to be very productive, I like legit am like just dead tired. I'm lying.
Did you get any sleep on the flight?
No, I slept the whole flight.
Oh, okay, that's
It was
good.
like 5 hours. Like I was fine. I was just tired. I was like, dude, like I'm traveling.
No, yeah, for sure.
So I was like, I'm lying on the couch in the lobby in the hotel watching game film on Fort Worth Rams, like trying to watch their game, see what they're gonna do. But then 8:30 comes, I was able to get my room. Got in my room. By the time, I didn't even go to sleep because Red and Skis were staying in the same hotel.
Okay.
And everybody's like, we're going to the field. And I was like, cool, I'm ready. Let's go. So I went, changed, drank a 5-hour energy, and
there you go.
I was there, man. We ended up losing the dream team and all that. I mean, all that stuff's out there, but it was a good experience, man. It was cool.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, like when I went out there last year and recording all that stuff, like it was just cool to see like everyone just having that experience, dude. Like just being a part of that, like seeing all them, like just having the joy of it and like the brotherhood part of it, like that was just so. It was so fun for me, like just being able to watch that even from the sideline. So I can't even imagine like actually like being a part of the team, dude. Like feeling like it did this work.
I got so much closer to all those guys, and like I thought it would. Like, I mean, Stewie, Turtle, Jeremy, like these guys I play with all the time. Trav, like we play with them all the time, right? I've known them for such a long time. That's like, oh, those are like my brothers. But like people like, I mean, Brandon, all these guys, like we play Madden leagues together, right? So like we're always competitive, always talking. But like to be around these guys like that, like Darius, like Mo, like we legit would work out 2-3 times a week. Yeah. And you were there at the workouts, right? Like we would go and work out because we all took this very serious. And it was like just getting to know those guys was cool, man. Because it's like we've been on the same field, never really on the same team, just competing against each other. But now it's like, let's go get this money. So like, it was cool to be able to get to know everybody there. Yeah, and at the end of the day, I mean, it's all you could really ask for. I mean, like it goes back to the relationships you build, like the memories you have, the experiences. Yeah, it was a good time, man. Yeah, I'm jealous of you guys. It looks like a lot of fun, dude. Dude, it was so fun. Like, I don't know. Like at the end of the day, it was just like, fuck. Like we lost. Of course, it sucks that we lost the dream team because like guys that guys we're so familiar with, right? And it's like we just beat them in the tournament before. We played a close game in the tournament before that. We've played them a million times. Fucking Trudell. Yeah. I went to high school with him. I grew up with Trudell. Him and I played Pop Warner together. Like whatever. He's an idiot. Yeah. I love that guy to death, but he's an idiot. Right? So I was like seeing him, and I'm just like on the field, like I don't know if it was saw on the cameras, like we're on the field, like I'm just fucking with him the whole time because like at that point like we lost, but it was like good to like just be around these dudes. Yeah. You know. How did everyone on the team take that loss? I don't know if it was tough. I mean, obviously you guys are competitors, so you guys are pissed. You're not happy about it. But was it like at the end of the day, it was like, F it, man. Like we did it. We didn't. Dude, it was like it was a perfect storm of everything going wrong for us and everything going right for them. They given Sunday, and they had a great game plan, and we didn't like capitalize and adjust like the right way. Yeah. And I think it was just it got fucking out of our hands, out of control, like so fast, right? Yeah. And it was just like, fuck, halftime, it was like 19-0 or something like that. And we're like, okay, we can come back and win. And then something else went wrong. And we're just like, fuck, that's it. Yeah, that's how it is. Right? And we're just like, what can we do? Like, you didn't see anyone shed no tears. Like, no one was sad. I mean, we were sad that Saturday night when we went out to party, right? But I think a lot of it was because of, like, retirement talk and everyone was like, I'm done. We're old. Like, shit, I'm 31. I'm one of the youngest dudes on the team. Yeah. That's crazy when you think of that, right? Like, most 39. Yeah. All the other dudes are upper 30s. Like, and I feel like I'm old at 31, but so I know, like... Most 39 and the most in shape person on the team. Probably the fastest dude on the team, too. Yeah. So it's just... I don't know, man. I think that was cool. I think that's when like we really got close. It was like we lost, and then it's like, fuck it, like let's do. We did this thing. Let's go have fun. And then everyone like kind of just opened up. We had a good time. Everyone was drinking. It was cool. That's what's up. It's good to hear, dude. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I would hate to hear like, oh yeah, like freaking like, oh yeah, everybody's upset with each other. We're blaming this and that. Yeah. No one. There was not. That's good. There was none of that, dude. It was just like everyone was just like I said, everyone was just like. That's it. Yeah. Well, we did a good run, guys. Top 4, good run. Like, cool. What's up, dude? And you're always gonna have negativity. You're always gonna have haters or people. I mean, just not. But at the end, no one pays attention to anything anyone says. Like, it is what it is, right? Like, we went out there, we played, we lost. No. What else can you do? No. That's what it is. What time is it? We'll get here towards the end, dude. Cool. Damn it. I already knew what I was going to ask you. Oh, I mean, you have a lot of things going on. Like, what are some things you're working on right now, dude, as far as life? I don't know if you're just concentrating on work, career, the family, just day to day. I mean, work, obviously, is a big one, right? What are some things that you want to get done in life? Like, I don't know if you have any trips that you're like, dude, like I need to do this before I die. We want to do this together. We want to buy this together. Dude, I don't know. Everyone has different goals. That's a good question. I don't know. Like, if there's anything that's like specific as far as like a goal, like this is dumb. Like when I didn't have, give them a stable environment and whatever it is that they want to do, like that's fine. Like I legit, my entire like life focuses around family, right? Make sure kids are taken care of, make myself healthy, that way I'm around as long as possible, and give Colleen, you know, what she wants, keep her happy. So it's like, that's what kind of keeps me going, right? That motivation of like, yo, I'm providing for them. I don't know, it's kind of weird.
No, I mean that you're a good man, dude. I mean that's what I mean. In theory, that's what everybody should say. Like, yeah, it sounds like you're putting everyone else ahead of you.
Yeah, and that's not to say that, you know, I don't want to say that I'm not selfish. I don't think about stuff for myself, perfect. But like, dude, like legit, it's done. Like I was always been that person that was like, I want to get someone this. Like seeing the joy on like my kid's face, like Christmas, birthdays, like whatever, is 1,000 times better than me buying myself something. Like, I don't know. It's just so much better. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. No, I'm a dad, bro. Like that's my thing. Like, Cam, what you're going? Like, I don't know. I'm a dad. I'm a young parent, and that's what I'm super happy about, dude. I was always scared of being like an old parent. Yeah. Like terrified. I mean, I remember at graduation seeing like parents that couldn't walk down the steps.
So were you always hoping like, man, I hope I have these kids young?
Yes, I mean, not on accident. But I was always like, fuck, because I remember my parents were young, right? They're still young, 52.
Yeah.
I remember when I turned 21, my parents were just 40, 41. And it was like 40, 41, it was like, oh, let's go to the bar, right? Like, let's go have a drink.
No,
it's like they're in their prime. So it's like I wanted to always be that young parent to stay active, be able to interact with my kids, and, you know, do things with them, because just seeing that, it was like always terrifying to me, dude. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be that old parent that doesn't get to see their grandparent or their grandkids, and, you know, maybe their great grandkids. Like, I want to be active, and I don't know. Hopefully, I'm around long enough where I get to see that stuff, and that's like another one of my goals, to just be around, like be healthy, and just see these kids grow up and hopefully realize their dreams, right? So.
I love that you said that you emphasize like the being healthy part, because you kind of said it like in passing at the first part, but a lot of people don't. When you think about staying healthy or being fit or whatever, like people think of it as more vain, but you really presented it as like, oh no, like I want to be healthy so I can enjoy my kids and just be around and to experience all that.
Yeah.
Because I just don't usually hear that. Like I said, like most people want to get healthy or want to go to the gym or whatever because I want to look good, feel good, which is cool too. Yeah. But you, like, same thing, dude. You said it very sacrificial. Like, no, like I want to do this because I want to just be around longer.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, that's great, right? It's fine if you want to look good and feel good.
Be healthy.
What the fuck do I have to look good for? Right? Like, man,
that's how it is.
I'm married. I have 2 kids. Like, I can have a dad bod.
Yeah.
The only thing that's going to change is maybe my health. Like, if I gain some weight, Colleen better not be like, oh, I'm fucking over you, right? So, whatever. But there's just a reason behind everything, man.
No, I love that. All right, last question. What, let's say you get to the end of your life, 80 years, 100 years, wherever you get to, like, what do you think, this is another hard one for me to phrase, like, what do you think looking back on your life would make you feel like, I'm proud of, like, I did this right, I'm happy with what I did my time here, I took advantage, like, I didn't pass my opportunities, like, you know, if it's just you want to see your kids be happy, healthy, or, I don't know, dude, like, what can you look back on and be proud?
Man, that's a tough question. I think a lot of it just, man, it always revolves around my kids at this point, right? I hope that I am able to leave some type of legacy. One, I honestly like making people smile, right? And like laugh, right? I want to be remembered as like, oh,
you're good at
Cam, he's fucking the one sarcastic. Like
he's the mean mastermind.
He is the person that started this whole thing, right? Just a legacy, like, dude, like, I don't know. I just want my kids to be happy. I want the family to continue after. I wouldn't even say it's much of a name thing, right? Like, the Willkomm name, obviously I'm very proud of it, right? Yeah. But it's like, not even that. It's just like, just want the legacy to live on. Like, this is where it started and this is where it's going. And the reason that we're able to go in this direction is because of the foundation that, you know, Cameron and Colleen had, like, laid out, you know, something like that. I don't know, man, I just want to be able to, like, it'd be great to not have my family worry about stuff in the future because of something that I did, right? So whether that happens or not, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's just all about everyone just being happy and kind of living life. Like I said, man, just being an optimist. Things will work out. There's always worse stuff.
Killed it. Damn,
Thanks,
dude.
Man.